Hello, and welcome to CHUB Cast, where we review 2 albums an episode spanning across a multitude of genres. With your hosts,
my name is Zach Smith,
and I'm the bassist.
And I'm Ben, and I'm the vocalist.
The one who plays the guitar is me, Greg.
I'm Kyle, and I hit stuff with sticks.
All the way from Brighton, UK, combined, we make up the band CHUB. I hope you enjoy the podcast.
Hello, and welcome to CHUBcast episode 23. This episode we will be discussing Street Horsing by Fuck Buttons and Busted by Busted, alongside some singles, those being What a Life Some Shit by Bingo Gazingo and Axel F by Crazy Frog. Is that right? Is the artist called Crazy Frog?
Yeah. It's that way around. Yeah. I always think it's the other way around.
Yeah, it sounds like it should be the other way around. As always, you guys can get involved by leaving your thoughts in the comment section below, or sending those thoughts to chubtheband@gmail.com, or using the hashtag CHUBView on our socials. Links to those and what we're listening to next week are in the description. We also we also released some singles. Woo! Go listen to them. They are on any streaming site, music streaming site. Just search Chub Wasters and listen to COVID Kingpins and Wasters. They are a fun time to be had.
We'll have some more albums.
Yeah, new album out, never. Lyric videos are also on YouTube, so go check them out. And yeah, that's about it, really. So
yeah,
we're going to talk about Busted.
Dive straight into this shit pile.
Yeah, let's dive straight into Busted. Okay, I don't know shit about Busted, by the way, so...
you probably know the most, as you said. Claire was a fan, right?
Well, Claire is a fan, so I like I said, I found it really hard to find an album that you guys would all hate that I know of, because my music taste is quite safe, and I don't usually like dive into random shit. I'm like very rarely do I listen to new material, because I just I'm a very safe man. So when Claire was playing Busted in the kitchen, I was like, yes, that's it. That's the one. That's the one.
This is it.
Busted have got two. Well, they've got more than 2 albums, but their first 2 albums were like, the hot shit, and then they split up for like a bunch of years. Some of them went to make Fight Star. Don't know what the others did. And now they're back. I think they were just like, fuck it, let's just keep going. And now they're back. So maybe this podcast would get some views because they are relevant again. Who knows? But
I had no idea. For a short while, some of them did Gunship.
Yeah.
I looked that up and I wasn't able to find anything about Busted and Gunship.
I know it's 2 of the guys from Fight Star. Maybe it's not the guys from Busted. I don't know.
I guess
correct.
Charlie Simpson did feature on one of their songs. He was on.
Maybe I've got that completely wrong.
He was on their first album. He was on Tech Noir.
Ah, good song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
But it is. I think it's the guys. The Gunship guys are like the permanent members from Fight Star, but maybe they're not the same ones as Willer and Busted.
Yeah,
maybe.
But still, the Chub
they're
Web
linked.
expands.
The Chub Web, yeah, they're linked.
Yeah, Chub Web.
But yeah, Busted. I mean, I personally don't mind them because Claire plays them a lot. So by proxy of elimination, that's not the right term, but I'm using it anyway. I start just liking them. It's kind of a Stockholm syndrome effect, I guess, where brainwashing maybe. Who knows, really? But like, I mean, I'm gonna let you guys potentially shit on them first, and then I'll come in with some kind of positivity at the end. So, Greg, what are you saying?
Well, I don't know. You may be disappointed, but I felt very similar when we were talking about Justin Bieber. I described it as an untoasted slice of dry bread with nothing on it, and I feel very similarly about this. Like, it's just pop music, and I mean, there's a distant like stirring in my brain of like, oh, this makes me feel like I'm back in like junior school.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
very nostalgic in a strange
Yeah,
way,
I didn't-
even though
It's like
Sorry?
neutral nostalgia. I don't remember enjoying it, and I don't really remember hating it. So I'm just like, that's the thing that happened.
yeah, I never remember. I don't remember hating it either, but I remember just being like, "Oh, that's busted." It's
Yeah.
there.
You couldn't really
I
get
thought-
away from them at the time, could you?
No,
Well, Year 3000 is a
disco.
good song. That's the only one I really remember, and I
I
do
like
actually.
You Said No. You Said No is catchy. That's the one where it's like, I asked
Already
you to
forgotten.
dance at the disco, but you said no. The whole world was watching and waiting. That one. That's a good song. I like that one. But yeah, a lot of this album. Anyway, no. You guys talk. Me go last. Me choose the album. Oh.
I'll also say I remembered that's what I go to school for, being a song. But when I listen to it now, I was like, this song's really creepy.
Yeah.
I'm just
Me,
a teacher like
me
really
and Ben
badly.
said the same thing. Yeah. And in the music video, they like show him like climbing up her tree and looking in her window and stuff. And I'm like, this is kind of like Hot for Teacher if it was like the pop version.
Yeah, it's hot for teacher,
Yeah.
but pedo-y, but reverse pedo-y.
Reverse pedo.
The opposite of pedo.
They're a geriophile.
There must be
Oh.
Yeah. Is there a name for a kid that fancies adults? Anyway, this is grey. This is a grey area.
I don't think that because you go to the hospital and there's pediatrics, which is for kids. There's no like adultatrics. That's just the rest of the hospital.
Geriatrics, they're called.
You said there's geriatric, but that means like
Well,
old
geriatric
people.
was like old people, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So like if you
maybe
were into old people, then yeah, you'd be a geriophile.
I guess it's normal to fancy adults. Even maybe that's why there's no word for it.
Yeah, I guess. I'm sure there is a word
Anyway.
somewhere.
What did you think of this musical album, Ben?
It was alright. Like at the end of the day, I think for the most part, the whole experience for me was just quite draining, because I was just like sitting here and
Draining.
just draining, yeah. Just knowing,
I mean,
Just
compared
knowing
to
that-
the other fucking album we had to listen to this episode, this is a fucking masterpiece. That's draining.
this. I mean, the other one was like, well,
Yeah,
we'll get
that
to
drains
that
my battery
eventually.
like the fucking mummy.
Yeah.
I felt like this was draining in the way that it was just like standard pop music, and like it was just like ballads and stuff where you've heard it all before, and it's like, oh. And it was just like literally after every song that was played, like me and Carl would just be like like huffed in like
Like how many are left? And also like on Spotify they have like the deluxe version of the album which has like 3 or 4 more songs on it. So we were just like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, did you listen to them?
Oh, I didn't even
No,
realize
we
that.
didn't.
I was
We
gonna
didn't
say.
want to listen to any more than we had to.
Yeah.
For the most part, I'd say,
this
like-
album had. Oh.
no, go on.
I was just going to say this album had way too many ballads. I realised the songs
yeah,
I
for
like
sure.
are the faster ones, and there's about 5 of them, and the rest are just slow, fucking boring shit that just kind of blend into one another.
I feel like they kind of like obviously I've never taken the time to listen to Busted's deeper cuts, but like all the songs that were singles were like the more upbeat, more ones that you could pass as pop punk. But then
Yeah.
like the ones that aren't, like they really are just boy band songs. They're kind of very boyzone-ish, and I'm just like, this is so
Yeah.
strange.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know when these guys were kind of most active, but they fit right into the stereotype of just factory produced pop you open the can, you get what you expect, you fucking move on to the next one. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I find I have very little to say about it. It's like non-offensive. It's like a can of Spam. I'm like, I don't really want to eat it, but I will if I'm starving.
Oh right, yeah, okay. I was
feel
gonna
like-
say I think a lot of people find Spam offensive. It's quite.
There's nothing wrong with Spam.
No, I
I
like
used to
it.
like it,
But if you think
although
about
we
it,
called it lunch meat at the school.
oh,
but-
luncheon meat, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think it's the same thing.
Well,
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
If you mention Spam to Claire, she'll immediately shudder. But yeah,
I mean, she's a vegetarian, of course she would. Yeah, I feel like the music itself isn't particularly like egregious. It's not like, okay, this really hurts me like musically. Like, but I did find myself getting very more and more angry the more I listened to this. And it was for like a plethora of reasons. The first of which being one I've touched on before with the Bear Ghost album that we did. And remember I said it gave me like Fall Out Boy vibes, and it made me like have PTSD flashbacks of having a younger sister who listened to that sort of stuff all the time. This was like way worse. Like this was like too many repressed childhood memories of Kerry blasting fucking You Said No and Year 3000 like 20 times a day for like 2 years or something.
Oh,
hey, hey,
Can I
mean-
change the mood up slightly? Oh, sorry.
go for it.
I was gonna say, like, do you guys have a favorite example of this type of whatever era this was, boy band type music? Like, is there any of it that you like? Because I was just thinking just now about like similar songs that I would actually feel a bit of happy nostalgia for, and I was trying to think of one, and I was like, I remember that's is it Avril Lavigne did Skater Boy? I was like, if I hear that song,
Yeah.
I'll be like, ah, yeah,
Oh,
nostalgia.
but that's
that was
a great song.
Exactly, yeah. So, like, what would
Yeah.
your guys' examples be where you would actually be happy to hear it?
Well,
I don't have one, honestly. I feel like if you asked me like what songs I had like the worst memories of, it would be those ones. Because like growing up with Kiri and my parents used to blast that stuff in the car all the time. Like the amount of times my dad would put on Skater Boy, unironically like "This song's a pop," and I'm just like, oh, fucking kill me.
just the thought of your dad
That's,
listening to Skater Boy.
They had that
Mine
that whole album, and they would put the
Oh.
whole album on quite regularly.
Mate,
I think mine would be
your dad's so full of surprises.
Crimea River.
Okay, yeah, that is a jam. But I mean, Justin Timberlake, I guess, is boy band material, but that song does slap.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what
mean,
mine
yeah.
would be. It's just lots of these songs. They just come on. I'll be like, I remember this one, but I wasn't really ever really into music until I was like about 15, and my brother was also the same. So, and my mum didn't listen to that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's probably why I don't have many memories of Busted and such. My only memory of Busted is from Emily being like into
Yeah.
Busted.
She was obsessed with Busted when we first met her, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I remember deeply hating S Club 7. Like, really.
Yeah.
There ain't no party like an S Club party, man.
Oh my god, it pissed me off so much when I was like 10 years old. I don't even know why. Something deep in my soul was like,
Oh,
Yeah, I was the same. But again, that was younger sister vibes. There's a few things about this album. Like I did some research and I found out that Busted were actually a band formed by Warner Brothers. Like
Oh.
they didn't. Yeah, they were put together.
straight off the production line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were forged.
They did all. Like I think the two guys who aren't Charlie Simpson did know each other beforehand and they auditioned together. But yeah, they were put together with Charlie Simpson, and I think at least 2 or 3 of the songs on this album were written for them by like big bod Warner Brothers music producers.
And they had
Which
the
just-
audacity in year 3000 to complain about this. There's always going to be like boy bands like in the future, and like all mass produced, whilst they were literally exactly that.
That's funny.
Another thing is year
Simulation.
3000 in the hook is I took a trip from the year 3000. All of this is multi-platinum, and it's just like it was multi-platinum. You fucking cunts! Like, fuck you.
Oh my good grief. I mean, they're probably friends now, considering they've reformed.
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
imagine
I mean,
Warner Brothers was like, we need to make loads more money. Busted, reform. That's definitely a thing. Like,
no, but the rest
CEOs
of them
don't
were
think
probably
like
like, we
that.
need to make loads more money.
Yeah.
Because Charlie Simpson left them to form Fightstar because he was like, I don't feel good about the music I'm making. I don't feel happy with the places that I've been and the things that I've done. And then for the next like 10 years after he left Busted, he was like, literally, there is no chance in hell of me ever getting back with Busted. I fucking hate that music and it makes me sad. And then he was just like, randomly did a 180 one day, like, yeah, no, actually, we're fine and we're having a good time making music. And it's just like, okay, there.
It's
And maybe at some point down the line, they became a real band like Pinocchio. They fucking just
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they were just like, you know what, fuck it, I want to play big shows again. There's
Yeah.
like, I was watching an interview with Joe Elliott of Def Leppard, and he was literally just like, we play the hits every night because that's what the fans want, and that's my fucking job. So I'm gonna play the hits for the fans, even if I don't want to play the hits. This is what I'm here to do. Maybe. And I feel like that kind of mentality comes with age, and maybe that's what happened with the guys from Busted too, because they are they're pushing 40. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I swear they're about. Actually, yeah, they would have been like. I think they were like 18 when Busted started, and we would have been like 13, 14.
And
So I don't think they're that
their
much
first
older
album
than
came
us.
out in 2002. So
Mm.
they're at least
I
10
was
years
9
older than
years old.
us. Yeah. How old are they, Kyle?
I'm just doing a check. Charlie Simpson was born. Oh, he's 35. So yeah,
well,
I guess you're
he's
right.
basically 50. So
Yeah, he's fucking ancient, mate.
can I just draw everyone's attention to the interlude?
Is there? I didn't even notice an interlude. I genuinely
Track
wasn't
13 is interlude, and if you play it, it's literally it's so shit. It's literally. I was doing a bit on the stream because I was streaming myself listening to this, and it literally sounds like they. Who plays guitar in Busted? Is it Charlie? Whatever, Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson. No,
Anyway.
it's one of the other ones.
Well, the guitarist, in my head, it literally sounds like it's recorded from the guitarist's first ever guitar lesson. And I'm just like, he was just playing this like plinky little 19-second long interlude, and it's fucking awful. And then I'm just like, well done. And the guitar teacher's like, well done. Now do it again, but this time playing a bit better. And he plinks along, and then he's like, that'll do. Let's put it on the album. It's literally like, just why is it there?
It's the second to last track as well.
Yeah.
Like interlude halfway, surely.
You don't interlude before the last song. What are you in?
What are
It
you
just made me
interluding
laugh my
into?
ass off. Because I'm just like, what kind of thought process went behind that? Who chose to do that? It just that kind of thing just makes me laugh. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was literally asleep by that point because I didn't even notice that there was an interlude.
Yeah, my brain was kind of turning off by because it's the interlude and then it's this last song which is called Loser Kid. And the only thing I remember about Loser Kid is that they kind of call back to
Oh yeah,
other songs on the album.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, right.
No, there's a few bits in this that I'm like Charlie Simpson's like really croony voice just made me and Ben like really hurt inside when he's just like it was like I think it's like It's the end of one of the singles. Oh, it's the end of You Said No, and it just like does a proper like You Said No, and it's like him trying. It just sounds dumb as fuck. I'm just like, oh my god. Like, did you guys watch the music videos?
I did not.
Music videos. The music video for What I Go to School For. It's just really strange because Charlie Simpson looks like some like teenage model thing, and then the other two of them look like huge nerds. Like
They're just goofy
with,
as fuck, and it's so
like
funny.
90s spiked up haircuts and stuff, like jailed hair and stuff.
Nice.
But then, like, in What I Go to School For, they've got like a bunch of school kids like jumping around and stuff. But like, they spend half of the video just looking really bored. It's really strange. Like, they're all like air guitaring and stuff, but then there's just these kids who just look really unimpressed. I'm just like, you can have got them to be a bit more enthusiastic.
Yeah,
Like,
where's the direction?
Why aren't they doing anything?
Oh my god!
Dude, you gotta love the album cover as well. I'm just looking at it like.
oh,
Do you remember
yeah.
like 90s / early 2000s tough musicians like
Oh,
the boy
yeah,
band thing where they were trying to look street? And
Yeah.
looking back at it now, it's just like how
Yeah.
did anybody think that worked?
That album artwork is so bad. It's so. It's
They're
a
not
product
mugging
of its
anyone.
time. Yeah, these guys aren't getting arrested anytime soon. Maybe for paedophilia, but nothing else. Like,
You know,
Reverse.
Speaking of paedophilia,
I would like to clarify we're not accusing anybody in Busted of paedophilia. Please don't sue us. It is a joke.
There is no evidence to prove otherwise. They are Jerry files.
Anyway, we have my money.
mate. Speaking of paedophilia, though, like how can we talk about how kind of creepy a lot of the songs were, though?
go on.
Like
Oh,
a lot of the lyrics. I think probably
Like-
the most egregious one is All the Way, with fucking slapper of lines such as "It happens every time. You've given me the sign. We start to get it on, but then you stop me. You know I've had it up to here. You need to be more clear, 'cause you're the one that left me here. So take me."
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't there
So
a part where it's like you're
No
making me
means
really
no.
sad by not putting out or something?
I've got the
Dear
lyrics
God.
here.
Oh no.
You've got to understand things are getting out of hand. You can't just leave me sitting here unseen to. You know, I don't know what to do or how long to wait for you. You said you needed time, so I won't rush you. But then in the chorus, he's like, how could you do this to me? Like, it's just, oh god.
It's like an insult.
Sounds like he's
It's like, I
putting
bought
in a
you.
complaint massage parlor.
Yeah. It's like an insult. It's like, I bought you flowers. Why aren't you having sex with me?
Yeah, why are you having sex with me?
I bought you a ring. Girls like rings. Have sex with me.
Oh, when I heard that, I
You're
was
really
thinking the whole
cancelled
time,
now, especially because can you imagine how wild all of the parents would be going? Like they're trying to tell our teenage daughters that they have to put out even if they're not ready. What the fuck? Like...
Yeah, pop music
well,
today is so much tamer.
Yeah. When was this album released?
2002, I think, right?
Yeah, 2002.
That was sarcasm, by the way. I'm looking at WAP.
Yeah. Also, we were talking about on our walk the other day that Rihanna S&M song. Like the amount of like 12-year-old girls like chains and whips excite me. And it's just like I didn't need to hear that from you.
I mean, the Christians are always going to be like, oh, this is destroying the children. I mean, they literally had like blues songs in the 1940s about like getting fucked, and fucking each other. So it's naughty songs have always been a thing. Like they're just finding an excuse. And Lil Nas is just in the crosshairs recently.
Yeah, he's only the latest on the chopping block. We're gonna do a reaction to that video in the next few days, actually.
What video is that? I'm out of the loop with.
Lil Nas X, because
I'm aware of his existence, but I'm not
he's the
happy
guy
about
who
it.
did Old Town Road, and he's in trouble with the Christians because he made a music video where he goes to hell and flirts with Satan, and then he kills him, and then he becomes Satan.
But isn't that what Christians want?
Yeah. And he also made some shoes with a pentagram on them, and they have a drop of human blood in the heel.
Have they not heard black metal before?
Yeah.
That's like baby's first fucking shock. Fucking what?
It'd be like if they think that's bad, and then just show them like metal in general, and then like a Christian lady would just have a heart attack, like.
For some reason, like Behemoth became popular. People would lose their mind.
Have we reached like saturation point with offensive content now, where there's so much of it, and it's so normalized that everyone's kind of forgotten how normalized it is, and we're back to being offended by like the tiniest things again.
It's just become full circle, yeah.
Like 100 years of really everyone getting outraged progressively, like for worse and worse, more and more offensive stuff. Now we're back to square one, and everyone's forgotten about it. And
Yeah.
Suddenly, someone shows an ankle, and you're like, oh.
Oh
yeah,
no.
we can stop putting trousers on table legs again.
My God. All right. Do we have final thoughts, friends?
Oh,
Go
Carl,
on,
you're
Greg.
not coming through.
Fire.
Oh, okay, my bad. Who's going first?
Gregu.
I'll go. I have nothing further to say. My favorite song was Year 3000, and I'm going to give this a meh out of 10.
Nice. Nice. Ben?
Yeah, this wasn't like musically, it wasn't like, the worst thing I've ever heard. It was kind of just a bit meh. Like as much as it was kind of a bit rapey and a bit like in parts and like but fun in other parts where it's like, oh, year 3000, oh, nostalgia. So I mean, like, out of everything, like, it's probably just like a 4 out of 10. It's just meh. Like,
Cool.
I don't feel that strongly about it. I feel more strongly about the fact that it's all just manufactures and stuff, but that's not necessarily the actual music. That's just the stuff behind it. So,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
possibly the worst thing about it, in my opinion.
Yeah, same. That's what I was gonna say. Like the fact that it's all like they act like they're these cool young kids with nothing but a dream and an instruments, and they're all just playing stuff together because they're cool boys, but actually they were put together by fucking Warner Brothers, and they had music written for them, and they try and act like they're pop punk when they have like songs where they're like and stuff like halfway through it. Like the riffs are really generic, like and yeah, they're quite rapey. And I got subjected to it a lot when I was a kid. So for me, I've got like a personal beef with this album. So I have to give it like a 2 out of 10, if that, like a 1.5 out of 10. It really hurts me. I don't want to listen to this again. Don't make me do it.
Oh well. I was gonna do a present for everyone, which is their second album next, but maybe I won't.
oh, also before we get to Zach's one, I just want to slip in. I quite thought the bit with in the Britney song was quite funny when they were going like, "Hi." When they were like, they were like pretending to be Britney, because that's like a Britney Spears thing in her songs, that she's like, "Hi." So when they were doing that in the song, I was like, that was really funny.
I thought they were
but
just
that was
doing that.
Yeah, I didn't even
No,
notice they were
I can't
doing
remember.
that.
There was a bit in the song, in the chorus, where they were saying like me or something, but they were saying it like her, so they were saying it like my. Yeah, that's a Britney Spears thing.
Straight over my head.
There you
That went
go.
over my head and in the bin. Well, I mean, I chose this album, and I'm glad I did. I feel like I'm a bit more redeemed from Pokemon Go, which is arguably the best song ever written, so let's go. I mean, I like a couple of the songs on this album, but I like about 3 of the songs, and then the rest is just trash ballads. Most of it blended into one. And what I like about this band though is even though they are manufactured, they did draw a lot of people into rock and metal eventually, like Claire and Emily. Like, so you gotta give them that credit, at least just bringing more people into rock and metal. But that's about it, really. It's all very bland.
I guess they kind of are like a gateway band. Like a lot of kids probably heard Busted and they were like, I like punk music, and then they listened to like Blink 182 and Sum 41 and stuff, and then
and then go on from there. Yeah. So they kind of like how. Sorry, Greg.
Sorry, I was gonna say, imagine if they went straight from Busted and then they googled punk and they found that dude. Was it Gigi Allen who used to shit on stage and like?
Oh my god!
Usually rolling broken glass and stuff.
Oh god!
Like, actually, I think I'll go back to pop.
Yeah, they were like, oh, maybe I should listen to McFly instead. Fuck.
we said it about Ghostmain. To be fair, we said the same thing. About how
I was about to bring that up actually. Yeah,
he's influenced kids nowadays, even though it's like shit tier music for us. Like he's introducing people to that kind of industrial and metal. So I guess maybe it's the same thing we could say about Busted back in the heyday.
Yeah. I mean, Claire has a heavier taste in music than I do, and she used Busted as a gateway band, so Claire can't be the only one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, other than that, it was bland. I'm gonna give it like a 4 out of 10 as well. As Ben, it's just kind of there. It's present. It was it was strange though, because it was nostalgic, even though I never listened to Busted. That's what I found so weird. I was like, this is so nostalgic. It was like Claire and I have been rewatching all the Malcolm in the Middles, and Malcolm in the Middle is so nostalgic, and this is like the same era. So like these guys dress how Reese does. So yeah.
Well, yeah.
He was inspired by his heroes in Busted.
Oh, but yeah, no, it's bland.
It's one of those really strange cases as well. Like, did you see, like, they kind of never made it anywhere outside of the UK. They were like quadruple platinum in the UK, but never ever made any success in the rest of the world. Really strange.
Have another shot till I'm brain dead. Have another, because we're wasters.
You just listened to a snippet of Wasters. If you enjoyed what you heard, then go and find us on any streaming site that you can think of. I hope you enjoy the music, and I hope you enjoy the episode.
Alright, singles. Bingo Zingo's yours, Greg, right?
It is mine, I can happily say.
Go on. What the hell did you listen to?
Well, I hope you took the time to listen to both of his albums in full for the full context of who exactly Bingo Gazzingo is. If you didn't,
What, you did that?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought you said you did.
No, I'm joking. Why would you do that? No, I did skim through though. I did check out like half his songs just to see which one was like the funniest to show you guys. My friends Ross and Will from uni have listened, I think, to basically everything he's ever done, and they've fully investigated the world of outsider music, which is like this weird little cult non-genre of people who make music, but they're basically like mentally unwell people who can't make music, but they try anyway. And Bingo Zingo is very highly renowned in that world. He is the master, the voice of a generation, the unsung genius that hardly anybody knows about. And I thought I would share him with you guys because it's just musical bliss. But I want to hear what Kyle thinks.
This was fucking artistry, mate. Honestly, this was poetry, like actual poetry. It really was poetry. We listened to it, and me and Ben were pissing ourselves listening to this. Actually, there were so many different parts, like fucking. Why did Helen McGovern put her head in an oven.
My personal favorite was why did Hemingway do it the Lemming way?
He took a rifle and killed himself. Oh God, what a life of shit! It's just the fact that there's like the oh God, what a life some shit, but it just sounds like a guy reading like actual poetry. But then it's just like, oh God, what a life some shit. It's just like random trumpet.
It's so
noises.
jarring.
I find the best way to enjoy this song is while staring at the album cover. That just that picture of his face.
Yeah,
That's kind of what I did.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that this album is called "I'm So Used to Losing"?
Yeah.
No, what the fuck?
It's like the perfect car crash.
Oh, that's so good.
I was saying like maybe the smashing on random instruments is meant to represent the tumultuousness of life.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
I didn't realize we were dissecting it in this direction.
I don't know if that's music critique or if that's just being pretentious.
I think it's being generous.
Generous.
Why did she stick her head in an oven? Did she miss her husband's lovin'?
Dude, the master of rhyme, like.
So good.
Oh God, what a life of shit.
Oh God, what a life of shit. I'll kill myself again. I'll kill myself.
It's just the fact that I think the best bit is the fact that he just says it so fast. And like that's why it's just so funny because it's just
I need to know some things. Is the old man on the artwork him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
That makes it way better.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I did a bit of research into it, and like apparently he used to just frequent like open mic like slam poetry nights in New York, and some random dudes saw him and they were like, this is fucking genius, and they got him into the studio and they just improvised instruments over his poetry. So
Really?
like yeah. So like all the stuff, it's actual poetry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I know that there's like people who feature on his albums, so there's like other people involved.
Yeah. It's just people who heard his poetry like, fuck yeah. But I was looking at some of his other song names, and he's got one called I Love You So Much I Can't Shit.
I almost picked that one.
Oh, that's amazing.
He has a great one about Madonna.
Madonna?
Yeah, I think it's on the other album. But that one was also hilarious. It was really hard to pick one, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Maybe we
listen
need
to
do
the
an
album.
one day.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think you picked definitely the right one.
I couldn't stop laughing, and also just sit there. I was either laughing or doing this, like smile gobsmacked. I think Kyle was watching my first reaction. I was actually live streaming it, and Kyle kept chiming in like, "Oh, it's bliss," and I was just sitting there like, "What the fuck?" When it started going crazy, I was just literally like, it reminded me of I staple tapeworms to my penis, that kind of music.
I guess that probably does count as outside of music.
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah.
Didn't his
God
albums
damn.
come out like... His first album came out in 97, but then his second album came out in like 2008 or some shit.
Oh.
Like,
Oh, really? I assume he's
sorry.
probably dead by now.
he
That's
got
mad.
hit by a taxi and died in 2010.
Oh, shit.
So,
Bullshit.
yeah.
Man. And the world of poetry wept.
Just hasn't
It's-
been the same since.
His self-titled came out in 1997, and then I'm So Used to Losing came out posthumously in 2013.
No, shit.
Christ. The fuck? That's so... This guy needs a Netflix documentary or something. I feel like that would be really
You know, there
good.
is I think there is like a following. I mean, somebody did that, like, 5 years after he died, made the album. Like, there are people out there who are like, this man needs to be recognized and remembered. And Like his music needs to be heard.
Oh, well,
And I'm one of
definitely
them.
not going to forget him. Yeah, you are. You're the man who's spreading the word of Bingo Gazingo.
Even the name just makes me smile.
Every time it went back into that chorus, I just laughed.
Oh
I
God,
was
let's
laughing- I was laughing during the whole like, oh fuck, what's his name? The president man.
George Bush.
That's it. Yeah. I was just
Yeah.
like,
George
what the fuck
Bush.
is he on about? It's like 2013.
The world's
And
greatest
he's singing
thinker.
about George Bush.
The world's greatest drinker.
Why did he go and attack Iraq or something? I don't know. I was just like, oh, this is funny. The fuck is going on?
He has a song called Baba Boy, which I wonder if the Baba Boy meme came from that. I'm gonna have to listen to it right now.
Oh, maybe.
Tell us of your findings.
Kyle.
Mid-episode research project.
Dude, it's like a punk song.
Really?
Should we cover
Yeah,
it?
Baba Boy. Yes, we should.
I'm sure we can probably get away with playing it in the video. To be honest, I don't think we're going to get sued.
Wait, Carl, describe it.
It's like, but then it's just him going Baba Boy, Baba Boy, over the top of it. I'm unholy, Baba Boy.
What the fuck?
I'm not
Song
even
is-
surprised.
He's got one called The Cook Who Couldn't Cook.
Wonder what that's about.
But then, like, me and Ben were like, okay, we need to listen to another one just for a bit of like clarity, see if What Our Life Some Shit is something particularly stand out.
Oh God.
So we listened to The More I Love You More, and that's just a nice ballad about like his wife who died or something. I was like, oh,
What, you didn't go into
really?
some scatty fucking outsider stuff?
no, it's just a nice mellow song about how much he misses someone.
I thought they were
Yeah,
all.
it was quite mellow.
Wait, sorry, Greg.
Oh, I thought they were all mental. So I didn't realize he has proper song.
I mean, we might have just stumbled upon like his one only normal song,
Yeah.
but like I'm pretty sure the rest of them are fucked up.
That's probably why you
The
stumbled upon
Jurassic
it.
Park one was pretty funny.
Wait, what was that about? Apart from Jurassic.
About dinosaurs. No, that was literally it. It's just him
Oh,
doing
it's
stupid
like-
things about
It's called
dinosaurs.
like Up Your Jurassic Park or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it, but yeah, anyway, in summary, this was fantastic. I thought it was hilarious. I wouldn't listen to it normally, obviously, but it made me laugh like several times throughout it, and not just because it was stupid, but because the lyrics were genuinely funny, and like just every time that section, oh God, my life, some shit. Me and Ben were like pissing ourselves.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo that. Yeah.
I think
God.
I definitely want to give this for me personally. I think you failed, Greg, because we've just hit an absolute
Yeah.
gold mine.
It's his Pokemon
So it's
Go
a thumbs up from
2.0.
me. Yeah, this
Thanks,
is another
Andy.
Pokemon.
I'll take
Never
it.
gonna
Like,
listen to it
I just
again.
wanted to share it with
But
you
it was
guys.
amazing.
If I did it on a normal episode, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we wouldn't be so open-minded, but then again, it did literally just make me laugh out loud.
The bar is so low that like anything weird is just like kind of like, oh yeah, this is sick.
Yeah, actually, I did listen to this right after coming off of Fuck Buttons, so it was a breath of fresh air.
I think we did as well. Oh no, we didn't. Yeah, we listened to it after Busted, I think. So yeah. Also, he sounds a lot like Dr. Zoidberg.
Maybe it is.
I see that. I mean, Dr. Zoidberg is based on like a New York Jewish person stereotype, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess it's that voice.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
He's a
I don't know if
dog.
Bingo Gazingo has little mouth tentacles. Probably does.
No.
It sounds like it is, yeah.
I'll kill myself again. I'll kill myself.
There's just how long that bit goes on where he's like, I'm gonna kill myself.
I hope there's some footage of him doing this live. I wanna see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't even checked. I bet there is. He's obviously not like a shy performer.
He has a full live set from Halloween 2009. I'm so ready to see this, dude. Look at him.
Link it. You got to link it in Chub for when we.
I'll
watch
link
that
it.
after the episode.
We'll link it. There's like nobody there.
Maybe when all four of us can get together, we can all watch it as a reaction for Chub YouTube channel.
I mean, it's a full live set, but it's only 10 minutes long.
Fuck's sake.
Right, let's move on.
Oh my god.
Crazy Frog.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd ever have to listen to this ever again.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Kyle, this was your doing.
It was my doing. Crazy Frog. Anybody who grew up in that time period was helpless to avoid this song. The biggest marketing scheme of the time, literally designed just to sell shitty monophonic ringtones. Literally, Crazy Frog was designed by can't remember what the brand was, but yeah, it was just a business that were in the business of making ringtones, and they made the Crazy Frog song to advertise it, and it ended up blowing up for some indescribable, unexplainable reason. I have no idea how this got popular, and we discovered the other day that his other songs are also very popular on YouTube with millions of views.
Oh yeah.
But I wasn't able to find any explanation for it. Like, nobody's really mentioned it online. Like, why the fuck is Crazy Frog so popular? It just is, and I don't get it. But yeah, hit me with your feelings, Greg.
Well, just on that point, I reckon it's one of those things where it's like super fresh still in like Bangladesh, and they have no idea that it's really old, so they're actually like massive fans over in fucking Sri Lanka or somewhere.
I was thinking that as well. I swear, I think I mentioned that to Kyle at one point. I was like, is this new somewhere?
Just had a resurgence.
But mate, you say you don't know why it's so popular. It's because it's a banger. I don't know why. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but like, this is another one where I think it's a bit of a failure as a song that everyone's gonna hate, because this is a tune. I was skanking my heart out.
The original Axel F is, and also it's a wonder to me that they didn't get sued out the arse, because literally this song is the original Axel F with ba 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 ba, like just weird noises over the top.
They must have got the rights to it, surely. Like,
wait, is this a cover?
Yeah. Axel F is like a classic 80s song.
Oh, that would be why I think it's a banger then. I had no idea.
Yeah, what you like is the original. Just take away the occasional ding ding, and you got Axel.
Yeah, literally, it's like a Kevin and Perry sort of that era druggy club song. If you take the frog out.
No, it was a song before it was.
The original Axel F was by a guy called Harold Faltermeyer and came out in 1988.
Damn. Yeah, no, I hate it then.
It's not the same though. It doesn't sound exactly the same. Now that I'm listening to it, it's not exactly the same. But it has got 31 million listens on Spotify.
I have a theory. So, I reckon this blew up because, well, one, the internet was super early. This must have been one of the first ever viral videos. Not this song, but the one where he's like standing there in the room going, bam bam and all that shit. That must have been one of the first ever viral videos, because I remember my fucking grandparents showing me this video. That video. They got it from a mate from Canada for an email. and they thought it was fucking hilarious, to the point where my granddad, I don't know if he has it anymore, but had like a figurine of Crazy Frog, and if you pressed his foot, it did the thing. And
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
my grandparents can't be the only ones. So
Yeah.
Dude,
And
this
that's
is
my
the kind of meme
grandparents.
where you would transfer it by putting your two phones together and using the infrared.
Yeah,
So-
infrared. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember doing that at school.
Standing there in the playground like it's not working.
like it must have only got big because it was probably the one of 100 videos online at the time. Like it's not like today where
Can we just take a minute
oh,
to... Sorry. No, there you go.
no, I'm glad you cut me off. I didn't know where I was going with that.
Okay, I was gonna say, can we just take a minute to appreciate, like, what happened to ringtones?
Yeah.
Do you remember when everybody really gave a big old shit, like, what your ringtone was, and everyone really cared, and you're like, yeah, I've got to have the fucking hottest ringtone.
Yeah.
And now
I mean,
like,
I've had the default
that's pretty
ringtone for my first 2 phones have been the default ringtone. I just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
My phone is always on silent. Always on silent. I've never even heard my ringtone.
You know what? I think this has done the full circle now, where if you set Crazy Frog as your ringtone now, it's fresh again.
That'd be so funny if you did. You just sitting in the middle of the pub and it's like just everyone's like, what the fuck?
Fucking old Dave at
2004
the bar
again?
turns around like, oh, I love that song.
Yeah, and he whips out his figurine. Oh. I remember when I was a kid and I spent 50p to get the Rugrats polyphonic ringtone, and I had that on my phone, on my old Nokia. So every time someone rung me, it would play Rugrats. I think I mentioned that on a Chub Time to Sweat once, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember us singing that while playing League once.
Oh yeah.
On July 1st, 2020, the Crazy Frog Twitter account posted a depiction of the character in a noose appearing to commit suicide. The tweet was
my
quickly
God.
deleted and an apology was issued. The apology itself has since been deleted as well.
What the fuck?
Like, how and why?
Why did
must
they
be
do
like-
that?
It must be like child laundering, no, like trafficking or something. Like there's it must be some like dark web shit, Crazy Frog. I'm not even joking. There's something that's...
I feel like the guy who did it was
Something
just
wrong.
tripping balls, and he was like, yeah, this will be really poignant. Put Crazy Frog in the noose. Yeah, everyone will love it. And then he woke up and was like, oh, no.
Shit, why did you do that? Delete it quick. I mean, it must have been on some shit. The music video for this song is just bizarre. Like, why is...
It's just Crazy Frog driving down a road, isn't it?
No, he's like flying because he's farting. He's fart flying, and he's being chased by a robot that looks like straight out of Sonic the Hedgehog. And they're just flying
Yeah,
through
it's
a
Like
city.
missiles at it.
Yeah, missiles
Yeah.
and shit are being flying at him. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? What? This is so strange. Also, the YouTube version doesn't have a willy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
really?
missed the little Willy.
It was on middle of the day TV, and every time I was like, Mum, there's a Willy on the TV.
The TV censors were like, we can't do anything, it's just a frog's willy.
Yeah, it's not a human willy, it's
Hands
a
are
frog's
tied.
willy. It's going to shit out some frog spawn in a minute. Anyway,
Oh,
Ben,
yeah.
hello.
So this song is fucking horrible. Fuck you guys. It's
on,
literally, it's just Axel F, but with really annoying dings and bars and
Don't you find them really funny?
no.
Every time he goes ding ding, I was just mate, it's so fun. It was like I was listening to Bingo Gazingo again. It's so funny.
Fuck off.
Just as poignant. His poetry was just as good.
Am I the only one who genuinely had a blast listening to this?
Yes.
I mean, it brought back
I
memories.
really enjoyed it.
I just remember it being fucking everywhere when we were kids, and like
I'm just looking it up, and it says like it was one of the internet's first memes. It predated that jump scare car advert by 2 years,
Wow.
and the icon has cheeseburger cat by 4 years.
Oh my god!
See, it's old school, man. Even my grandparents were Royksopping over it. It was...
Fucking riding the Roffle coaster, roller coaster. Sorry.
Oh god!
On their roller skates. Yeah.
Wasn't that like when there other songs as well? There was like Crazy Frog Cha Cha Slide.
There's Gummy Bear.
Gummy Bear. Oh yeah, man, that was huge as well. But yeah, like Crazy Frog released a new song called Everyone 1 year ago, and it has 103 million. Every single one of his songs has his least viewed video has 18 million.
Who the fuck are listening to these?
Who is watching it? Who is listening to it?
100 million views, and I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah,
I do live
which
under a
country?
rock, but yeah. Can you see like statistics on the video? Can you see?
It's the entire nation of like Zambia or somewhere.
Yeah,
Still really relevant.
It's like a national anthem somewhere in like a third world tiny
and
country.
the penguins on the Atlantic are listening to it. The South Pole, whatever. Oh
Truly
my
awful.
god! Should we wrap this up, or do you have any fun facts, Kyle? Did you do any deep dive? Did you look into because there was so much like intrigue in your voice when you were like looking at it in the last episode.
well, it's quite the enigma, really. Like I'm trying to see like
You can't say
YouTube
that
stats and enigma.
Oh,
And, I'm trying to find a way to view like videos that aren't yours statistics, but I don't think you can do it, unfortunately, because it would be really interesting to see where most of the views are from, but you can't do that. Yeah, just did a quick Google. Yeah, no, apparently it was just some guy in like, let's see, some guy in 1997 recorded himself trying to make the sound of a car engine, which is this noise, and then he recorded it to this newfangled internet in 97, and then like randomly some dude found it and was like, this is genius, and decided to put it in a song, like, and just decided to make the Crazy Frog character, and was like, lol, this is so funny, and obviously other people felt the same way about it.
So random. We'll have him fart flying and with missiles, and everyone will love it.
Yeah, but I mean, they must have done. I found out that the ringtone company were called Jamba, and in fairness, like there was like a couple years where every advert break on TV. I remember on like when I was watching fucking Cartoon Network, whatever.
One, right?
Yeah, it was like, get this new monophonic ringtone. Here's this new one. Just text this number and give us money, and we'll give you this ringtone in like a dodgy WAP link.
Yeah.
Dude, they must have made so much bank off of Crazy Frog. Like, they're probably still living off it. Like, everyone involved. Yeah.
My life's work, my biggest achievement. Crazy Frog.
Yeah. I'm so ashamed. And the
reckon
camera
he's even
zooms
like,
out and he's sitting in a swimming pool, surrounded by
He's looking
hot
like
babes.
BoJack Horseman these days.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to see a BoJack Horseman version of the guy who made Crazy Frog.
Yeah, Crazy Frog is BoJack. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
I feel like that's a missed opportunity in BoJack. They should have had Crazy Frog as a frog at a pub, just drinking, just drunk, like bah bah. Just a cutaway, like
he's just smoking a cigarette in the corner,
just in the background of one of the shots.
It's like a Meat Canyon YouTube video waiting to happen. It's just Crazy Frog like, everyone used to love me. Now they only see hatred. Everyone.
You think you know fame, kid? I know fame.
I invented the meme.
Right. Verdicts. Verdicts.
Thumbs down.
Big old thumbs up from me, boy.
Thumbs down.
Oh,
I liked
great.
Greg, you should listen to the original Axel F.
I probably will like that.
Um,
Yeah, if you like it, you'll probably just like the original more because it just has less annoying sounds in it.
Genuinely, the frog parts were the worst parts, but I was like, I can't hate it. It's got a great like hook. But now I know it was stolen. So.
yeah. All
best
of Crazy
part of the
Frog's
song is
songs
from
are
somewhere
stolen.
Yeah,
He's got he did I Like to Move It. He did Jingle Bells. He did Popcorn, which was that bop 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 song.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
We Are the Champions. He does the
He's
safety.
the laziest, richest man on the planet.
Yeah. What the fuck? The original Crazy Frog video, Axel F, has 2.7 billion views on Spotify.
Oh. Oh,
Is
that
he
makes
on?
me ill.
Is he on Spotify? Let's see if he's on Spotify. He is, and he's got
gotta be.
1,181,000 monthly listeners.
Who is doing
Wait, can you
this?
see who's listening on Spotify? Like,
Oh, you can.
I can
Norway and Sweden and
What?
Finland.
Scandinavia.
Yeah, there's 25,000 monthly listeners in Oslo alone.
All the fucking Vikings are just skanking out to Crazy Frog. Like, what are they doing? That's bizarre.
I was not expecting that. I thought you were gonna say like some like small village in China or something, not fucking Norway.
Now they worship him as their god.
They've got modern technology and like other music. Why would they?
Why would they do this?
Why Norway?
Yeah, 66 million listens on Spotify.
That's crazy.
That's mad.
Actually,
Holy shit.
Well,
He also did a cover of The Final Countdown.
of course he did.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's right up his street. It's got that same keyboard sound.
ugh,
Yep. Stick a couple of ding dings over it.
Yep.
Money.
Bank.
money.
Ding
Why
ding!
that money?
Why are we even
Ding, ding,
bothering,
ding.
guys? We should just do something similar to this.
Yeah.
I don't know if we
we
can
should
ever
just,
capture the genius.
we should just make
Yeah,
a
you got to be right
character.
for the time.
Yeah, that ship has sailed.
Well, obviously not. Evidently not.
True.
Norway still love it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We're gonna move to Norway, boys.
we'll be the next big thing in Norway. We'll just go scatting into the microphone and they'll be like, I love it.
All the music is like Eurovision over there.
Actually, I play
Probably
WoW
is.
with the 4 new regions. I'll ask them, like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah, ask John.
Oh,
if
please
he's
get the
still-
story. Yeah.
This fever that burns my skin, sanguine magma that flows within.
You just listened to a snippet of COVID Kingpin. If you enjoyed what you heard, then go and find us on any streaming site that you can think of. I hope you enjoy the music and I hope you enjoy the episode.
Oh,
Okay.
Thing.
Okay. Street Horsing by Fuck Buttons. Ben,
yeah.
Where-
Oh, yeah.
I have questions.
Explain yourself.
All of them are who, what, when, where, why, and how.
Oh,
Mostly
I mean,
why.
I can say the who right now. So this is an electronic duo from Bristol called Fuck Buttons
Of
with
course, they're
Andrew
from
Hung
fucking
and
Bristol.
Benjamin Power, and of course they're from Bristol. Where else would they come from? Yeah, Benjamin Power was a guy. They both went to art school as well. Classic. They both went to the same art school, and apparently in their journey they had one goal in mind. They wanted to create pain-inducing noise music. So their goal was literally to cause like pain,
To
basically.
hurt people.
That was going to be my first question: was did they do this on purpose?
Yeah. This was a purposeful thing to make it as horrible and abrasive as possible.
Well,
And
fair play to them. They succeeded.
so their first album was Street Horsing. Benjamin was a really big fan of Mogwai, who are kind of like a noisy sort of post-rock band. And he's been a fan of them for like basically all his life. And on the first album, one of the guys who produced Mogwai's like albums and stuff actually produced this one. So we just thought it was really cute, because if one of our like favorite bands producers produced one of our albums, that would be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So,
sick.
So yeah, they kind of like, they were big fans. This kind of like music follows in the tread of like a lot of like noise music in general, where it's kind of just like long chordy drifts of oscillating music and like big crescendos of like like, you know, it's kind of reminiscent a bit of like noise like bands, kind of reminiscent to like some shoegaze, but except shoegaze actually is actual music, whilst this is just obnoxious for the sake of being obnoxious. And it's hilarious and I love it. And what do you think, Zach?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I had a fair amount of viewers in my stream, and then I put this on, and then everyone left. So, so I'm never listening to Chub music that I have to review on stream again. But
Nice.
okay, so my first note was, and you're gonna find this funny, I think, because I don't know why I was like trying to find the good in it, like straight away, and I was like, if you take that horrible buzzing sound out, it's actually pretty nice. Lol. It kind of reminded me of the Forest Temple from Zelda for some reason. Yeah, this is the first song, Sweet Love for Planet Earth. But then I just said, if you ignore the buzzing sound. But because the buzzing
Which
sound's
is there
there,
for the
it's
whole
fucking
10
shit.
minutes of the song.
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole point? That's what makes it even worse, is that it almost was nice, and then they've intentionally shat all over that.
Yeah. There's been loads of periods in the album where there's like moments of like, this is actually pretty nice, but there's horrible noises over the top of it as well, which again I guess stems from the fact that they wanted to write something that upset people, but like not like angry upset, but genuine like anxiety, fucking horrible upset. I was jokingly said on the stream that this song, I've been going through a lot of shit for the past 5 years, since leaving uni, of like mental health and all that, and this song revoked all 5 years worth of work on mental health for me, and now I'm back to square one.
You did this, Ben.
I mean, if anything, that is incredibly impressive. That a piece of music could evoke such emotion.
And the worst part is I was trying to figure out how to. I've never made a GIF. Well, I know how to make a GIF, but I spent 5 hours today trying to figure out how to make a GIF with a transparent background, and I had to spend 50 minutes of that 4 hours trying to figure out, do puzzle solving, troubleshooting while listening to this. It made me want to die. Legit, I had
Were you working whilst listening to it?
No, I was doing more than well. I was doing the fucking passion. I was doing stuff for Twitch. I was doing passion projects. So it was like, and I was gonna say sorry, it's gone. But either way, it fucking sucked. And then like when that fucking, loud screaming sounds came in.
Oh yeah, the
I was
vocals.
like, This is horrible. This is like my note here is that was until the fucking deep web snuff movie peaking microphone person comes in and starts screaming.
He's not even saying anything. He's just fucking making noises. Like I didn't
think
look
he
it up.
actually is saying stuff. but he's
Does
just
this
so-
album have lyrics?
I never actually checked.
I don't think.
I presumed that they don't, because I'm sure, like, for the most part.
Actually, no. You know what? The people who made this, I bet they're the type of fuckers to go on Genius Lyrics and like write out paragraphs and
There
paragraphs.
are! Oh
Didn't
my
happen on the
god!
Really? Do you reckon
There's loads of lyrics somehow. For
We're all
Sweet Love
afflicted
Planet.
with a heinous curse. Metacognition. Now what could be worse?
Metacognition. Than to constantly question the meaning of life, eternally asking for answers to why. What will become of us? Will we evolve? We seem to create more problems than we solve. I didn't hear any of these.
It's like if Arion had a stroke. Fucking hell.
I actually hear it now. I actually hear it.
Do
That's
you? No, you
crazy.
don't.
I can't.
Yeah, because there's
Wait.
there's bits. Where
Do
it's
you
like-
actually listen to this, like Ben?
I used to. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
put
yeah.
this on. He before he even mentioned it for CHUBcast, he just put the Sweet Love for Planet Earth on.
You can't be fucking serious.
Their second album's actually like a lot more like I guess
I don't
mainstream.
believe you.
But I genuinely.
Hey, Ben, I'm calling you out. You're just listening to this to look cool at this point. Fuck you. To look unique. There's no way. I don't know. I'm not buying it. Yeah, I'm calling
Right.
you out.
April Fool's for yesterday. Wait, what's the date today?
April.
No, I genuinely do though.
Dude, honestly, I don't think I can't imagine a piece of music that could piss me off more than this album did. Because genuinely, it's like it took so much effort and like time and in a way, I don't know if I'd use the word talent, but like skill of some sort. Like they knew exactly what they were doing. It's like a really, 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 really well planned murder is like worse than just a crime of passion that just happened. It's like they could have used their powers for good, but they they decided to just make the worst possible thing.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I want to know if they believe that they've like achieved something.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
when I
listening to
I want to
this.
punch them in their fucking faces because they.
I looked up this album and I genuinely thought I was losing my mind because like all of the reviews for it were like 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5 stars. Like it got like album of the it got like best new album or best new band on Kerrang of the year it came out, and it's just like
No,
Yeah,
it's all an
yeah.
April Fool's. Surely.
Kerrang,
I was like,
Kerrang gave it one of the best new bands. Pitchfork
Is
gave
the
it one of the
whole
best
music
albums of
pretentious?
2008. Mojo gave it one of the best like electronic acts of the noughties.
I think Greg just said it. It's just pretentious.
Dude, stand up.
Yeah.
What is that? What the fuck is that? Like,
I mean, I get Ghostmane more than this.
yeah, Ghostbane was infinitely better than this.
You know, and yes, last episode, Ben, you said Frontiera was the peak of like your crazy. Like, I'm not going any higher than this. This is crazy. I think this is worse than Frontiera.
So
Yeah,
Frontier
this
is
is
like,
worse.
I feel like Frontier is more like vote.
oh, he's dead.
He's frozen.
Well,
Fuck it anyway because he's wrong.
I'll fill in anyway. It's funny because the guy who does all that blah, 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 blah on this album, he went on after Fuck Buttons to make a solo project called Blank Mass, and coincidentally, I have heard them before. In fact, I have a Blank Mass song favorited on my Spotify, and I listen to it and enjoy it. And I'm just
That's
like,
what I mean. They have the ability to make good music, and they decided not to. Like,
I bet they got some like psychotherapists in here to like really dissect what makes the brain tick and go against it. Like, you have to.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to give them credit, but
I mean, they're I don't think they're that clever. They're art kids from Bristol. Like, like I don't think it's that deep. I think they were just like
Bristol.
It's a very pretentious place.
Bristol can be intelligent. It's just they're all pretentious.
It's just they're just.
Me and Greg went to Bristol and had a great time, but still to this day, it is the most smashed avocado place I've ever been to.
Oh yeah,
it's
Brighton times 2, I reckon. Like,
absolutely.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Nobody has lenses in their glasses.
I feel like Brighton is like the kind of pretentious where like everybody's got like hasn't had a shower in like 2 weeks and all has dreads and stuff and sits there blazing in the park. But then Bristol is like everybody sits there blazing at home, feeling sorry for themselves, wearing glasses and chinos, thinking that they're like the next big thing and stuff.
It's like Brighton's like lower like working class hipsters, and Bristol's like middle class hipsters, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
but yeah, like I mean, for the most part, like yeah, this album is just like super, like I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it.
I got a note here that says, real quick, who thinks this is good music? A fuck button, that's who. Ben, you're a fuck button.
You're a fuck button.
I'll take
Dude,
that.
I honestly like at the risk of sounding like a huge
pride.
a button of pride.
A button, yeah, literally a button of pride.
At the risk of sounding like a huge boomer, like to me, this genuinely isn't actually music. Like this isn't. I couldn't ever consider this music. Like,
well, I mean, this did come out in 2008.
To make music.
I can't think of a scenario where anybody would ever want to put this on.
Apart from
like,
your flatmate a few weeks ago.
But realistically, Ben only put it on to piss me off. Like, realistically, he did it because he knew I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
How did you find this, Ben?
Well, my dad liked it. So
really?
my dad, yeah. So
also
basically because it's like noise music. Like I said, it comes from like other kind of like noise subdivisions, and one of those is the kind of like shoegaze. I think if you ever listen to like, I mean, again, shoegaze is like really, I mean, for me, it's really good. It kind of has like noisy elements, kind of like this, where in some of the songs you can hear kind of that kind of, but with actual like music and instruments in the background. And he's always, my dad's always been like a big fucking hipster, so he loves stuff that is like not mainstream. so he was like, oh, this is really sick. And then I can't remember how we actually listened to it. I think like my dad was like, listen to this, it's really funny. And we listened to it, and like it was just the whole time we were just pissing ourselves because like we couldn't believe that it was music that someone had made.
Yeah,
it's kind of one of those things that like is kind of ironic, but you listen to it for so long that like you're just like, oh, this is actually something I listen to. And also like sometimes it's a bit trancey as well, in the way that like you kind of, if you're doing like something really monotonous, like your brain kind of like trances itself. Like I heard a couple of times where like literally I've been listening to like 5 minutes of the and like I feel like I'm like fucking meditating with my eyes open. Like it's really weird. Like this is probably like, I imagine this is kind of what music would be like if you were having a bad like acid trip.
Dude, I would not want to listen to this when I was tripping. Jesus Christ.
dude, that'd be like,
it would feel like you're into hell. 10 minutes as well. That 10 minutes would feel like 1,000 years of just pain and torture and just like, oh my god, why do I exist?
Fucking hell, dude.
Speaking of 10 minutes, why are these songs so long?
To hurt
first-
you. That's the whole point of the album.
Oh,
It's to make you feel uncomfortable.
none of these songs need to be 9 minutes long. In fact, I'd say they should be 0 minutes long.
Yeah, you've heard the whole song after literally 30 seconds normally. It's just the same thing continually. Like that Ribs Out one, it's just got this like like weird like clanking noise, and it just does that for like the whole song, and then occasionally it's just interspersed with
Ribs Out is the one that has like when the one where they have like chanting, and then every so often the chanter would start screaming, so you'd be like,
that's much better.
You're right.
oh, so good.
It's a work of genius.
How could I be so foolish?
I fucking love that shit. It's so good. Enjoyable.
Should we do
Favorite songs,
final
everyone?
thoughts? The sweet sound of silence when it was over.
Does anyone have any big things they want to throw in before we final thought it?
No.
Just a big fat no.
I'm ready to forget about this, if I'm honest.
Their second album, a couple of their songs from the second album played in the 2012 Summer
They did play
Olympics.
at the Olympics, yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. They
Am
played
I-
in the
am I
opening
awake?
ceremony of the Olympics.
Is the other album entirely different and like not like this at all?
No. It's almost pretty much the same. But like I said, it's a bit more mainstream, where it like focuses a bit more on the electronic side. But for the most part, it does also have those like drony, noisy kind of like vibration-y sounds that sounds like it's not music.
You know, this
Taro
episode's made me
Sport,
want to just
the
snap
song-
my bass in half. What's the point?
Everything about the band is just making me lose faith in humanity.
Not even this band, this episode. We got a fucking manufactured pop band. We got a fucking frog that farts about. We got an old man that's a legend, to be fair, but still crazy and horror shit music. And this, like, and they're huge. They're massive bands. Yeah, you got fucking bands like rock bands that are genuinely putting their fucking. Oh well, it's a fucking. Oh.
It's a tragedy, dude.
So
It's
anyway,
a fucking tragedy.
Yeah, this will be the last
It's
CHUBcast. No
just
more music.
funny at this point.
Satisfaction of complaint, like going off on a big rant about it, because that's what they want. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like at the end of the day, as
bottom
much
of the
as much as you could be like, why did these people make this? I mean, the people you really should be angry at are the people who are like the promoters.
I'm angry at you.
reviewers. and and the music industry in general for obviously like not shining a light on like things that deserve
I'm not
it.
mad at the people who made this, because they
Yeah.
went out to purposefully make something that will hurt someone's mind, and they did it. So fair play to them there. I'm mad at the people that's getting it so popular that it's being played at the Olympics.
Yeah. Not only was this played at the Olympics, but the band that one of them made, the solo project Blank Mass, was also played during the Olympics too. Quite a few songs, actually.
Why isn't Bingo Gazingo being played at the fucking Olympics?
Yeah.
It deserves it more.
Hashtag bring back Bingo Gazingo. You should get that trend.
Yeah.
I still can't believe, like, I just love so much that, like, all the reviews are just, like, 4 out of 5 stars and, like, 8.9s and stuff. It's so funny. It's
Fucking
just so funny.
Kerrang must have looked around at their writers and found the one guy who's sitting there in fucking, dirty chino. He's got, like, just their most hipstery man be like, you review this.
Yeah. I mean, literally, there's at least, like, I felt like I'd really hit the nail on the head when I picked the Frontier album. I was like, God, this is really difficult to listen to. There's not going to be any redeeming qualities of this album, but genuinely, like, it had like, at least it had moments where it was like, this is a song. None of these felt like songs. Even it genuinely, I couldn't even begin to describe it as music. It was just noises and like shit noises. Like I like ambient music and I even like drone. Like I'll listen to Sun O, like unironically. They've got good songs. I'll listen to like Boris, they have good songs. But this is just genuinely
I'd rather listen to Boris Johnson talk.
Yeah.
Hey.
I would. And like it makes me a little bit upset that people rated this highly and that they're considered like an arty, influential band who got played at the fucking Olympics and shit. Like, because there's just nothing redeemable about this at all. I try to look at all of the stuff we listen to like objectively and like with a you know, an open mind, but there's nothing we've done on CHUBcast that has made me want to turn it off more than this, just because it's
not even.
It's just dumb. It was
Molly
just
Tuttle.
shit. Okay, Molly Tuttle also annoyed me, but I'd rather listen to Molly Tuttle than this every day of the week.
I can see Greg's face, like.
Wait, what did you say, Greg?
The same league as this.
I don't know, man. Molly Tuttle was fucking shit. Molly Tuttle let me.
This is
Molly
just Kyle.
Tuttle
I liked
hurt me
Molly
for-
Tuttle. Just saying,
Molly
this ain't
Tuttle
my
hurt me
table.
for different reasons. Molly Tuttle like was just irritating and lovey-dovey and sappy and hurt me like emotionally. This just like logically, I'm like, what is the reasoning for this existing? And I was gonna give it a 0 out of 10, but then Greg like fucking one up me and gave it like a -1000 out of 10. So I guess I'll follow suit. It's like a negative infinity out of 10. It's not music and therefore can't be scaled according to the other stuff we've listened to.
Oh, nice.
Amazing.
It's like soon enough on the next one of these, we're just going to be listening to an album of a guy just shrieking into
I
a
don't want to
fucking
do this for a
etch a
long
sketch or
time.
something.
This was both the best idea and the worst idea we've ever had. It was the worst idea in the sense that it took me a lot to actually sit down and listen to the albums because
Guys,
I just
I've
kept
got-
putting them off.
Yeah, same.
I know so many other bands that are like this band. So I could walk you down an avenue of not music. It's amazing.
Oh, please don't.
Please.
Well,
It'll be a good
I,
few years before we do this episode again.
yeah. I think I want to do at least never. No, maybe one day. Maybe when I forget the pain.
It can be a 1 million subscriber special. There you go. That's pretty far off.
Yeah, 1 million subscriber special. We'll do an outsider music episode.
Fuck, dude. Only if we can listen to a whole Bingo Gazingo album, because that would be great.
I would love that.
I was Dave Littlewood was listening to this with me on the chat, and he said this is like a dentist visit in music form. And he also said that Busted is like a crap sweet that you just eat because it's sugar and it's not worth the calories, but you eat it because it's sugar. Whereas this, Fuck Buttons, is like eating the very first prototype for a sugar-free chocolate. It's just gonna be can you imagine eating the very first prototype for sugar-free chocolate? Just the prototype.
Have you never tried sugar-free chocolate, dude?
No, but I mean, it's all right now.
No,
but he's saying like trying to make chocolate without like the main ingredient.
Yeah, I'm saying the prototype, the first prototype. I'm not saying sugar-free chocolate. I like sugar-free chocolate. I bought some for my granddad for Christmas.
The other day.
Oh, really? I bought some for my granddad for Christmas because he has diabetes and he really liked it. But yeah. Anyway, I also added. I just quickly want to add well, I'll just read out notes. I said it's not actually that bad in parts. It kind of sounds like the soundtrack to a kind of futuristic sci-fi movie, or something like Tron as well.
Yeah.
But again, it's just ruined by the horrible screaming and the buzzing and everything else. Like we said at the beginning of this segment, if they took away all the crap, you'd probably have a pretty good soundtrack here for like a sci-fi movie. But
so Andrew Hung was the guy that previously, for the most part, wanted to add like the more like prettier parts of it.
Is that the guy who went and did the solo stuff?
I think he was the one that mainly went on to do the solo stuff. Whilst the other guy I think went to do like producing somewhere else because they're on hiatus.
Guy went to
like
murder
I think it's
someone.
Like indefinite hiatus.
And record that.
Yeah.
This will be my biggest piece of art.
The other guy went
my final piece.
Be a director of snuff films. That's what the other guy did.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm going to join the guys minus 1,000. Well done, Ben. You win.
Nice. Yes. I knew it. I had this in the bag. Thank you. I'd like to thank my mum. I'd like to thank my dad for introducing me to this album. Yeah. What else is there left to say? Experimental is definitely a word for sure. I think for the most part the reason why I enjoy it is just because one, like I've heard it quite a lot. Two, I think my dad liked it, so I think I wanted to like it as well when I was younger. It was like one of those things where I was like, I want my daddy to be proud of me. So I used to listen to stuff that I didn't necessarily like.
I hope you're happy, Andrew.
What have you done to your poor son?
You raised this boy. You did.
And then like, but for the most part, like when it comes to I think this is one of the biggest bands for me. This was the first band I think I ever heard that had like really harsh vocals as well. Because like the first time I ever heard it was that screaming stuff, and I was like, what?
Sorry, Ben.
Why are they doing that?
That's not harsh vocals. That's just distorted microphones.
Yeah,
harsh vocals is like talented.
He's screaming into a microphone. That's like pretty harsh. Like
not
he's going like.
It's not like
I can't bear to give this even just the tiniest micro ounce of credit for anything. Like, I won't accept that they've done anything like it good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Harsh vocals sounds as if it's used to good effect. I mean, I can go. It's not like harsh vocals in the same way as a Monomath has harsh vocals.
No. I didn't say it's like it was well done. I didn't say it was impressive harsh vocals.
No, but you did imply that it was well done. You were in the "this is why it's good" category.
I'm saying this is why I enjoy it, not necessarily this is why it's good. Just because I enjoy it doesn't mean it's good.
Oh, well, your opinion is wrong.
Yeah, like, and it's the reason why I think it's one of the big reasons why I got into metal. And I was like, this guy is like doing weird stuff with his voice that sounds like not singing. I kind of like it. And then I started listening to screamy stuff more. So somehow, in a weird way, this was one of my biggest introductions into like.
This is your gateway band to metal.
Yeah.
Jesus I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this at all.
Yeah. See, maybe you've mentioned this in the past, and I just thought you didn't like Cadbury's buttons or something. But like. Ben.
This is becoming an intervention now.
Yeah, this is an intervention.
We still got so much more left to do at this episode, boys. We should move on.
Yeah, we should move on.
Yeah,
we can interrogate Ben at the next band practice.
Yeah. You can do it in person.
Yeah.
Oh, I really wanted to do a bit of experimenting with Chub as well. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, I hope this goes into this direction. That'd be good.
Yeah, that'll be fun for everyone.
I think
I'm gonna leave
next time we're all together, an intervention video on Chub YouTube channel with a band would be funny, because I really want to dive deep into why you think this is good. I want everything. I want to know everything.
Yeah. No, again, it's not it wouldn't be like I'm not going to argue a case of why this is good, because I'm not a music reviewer. It would be a case of I'm arguing of why I personally enjoy it, which would be, I don't know, because it makes my brain feel funny.
Makes brain feel the good.
So does
it makes my brain wibble and feel weird. Anyway, That's my rating. I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
That fucking offends me.
Fucking.
Oh, it's
End
like
West
Ramahoy all
Ham.
over again.
This is more egregious than Ramahoy. I can understand you enjoying Ramahoy way more than enjoying this, dude. Fuck me.
This is so funny.
So, as always, we want you all to get involved at home. So, we're about to read out some comments from the Wait, no, I'm going to restart that one. So we've got a comment from Tim, who reviewed Gmo Ski and what was the other one? Frontiera from the last episode. That's amazing. So we're going to read that out now. But before we do, I just want to quickly say that if you want to get involved, it doesn't really matter. At this point, it doesn't really matter what you review, I think. So long as just review what we've done, I suppose.
Share your thoughts, mate.
Yeah, if you want to review Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden, go for it. At this point, just want to read out some comments and see what people say. But review that comment section below. We'll look at it will get notified, or send your review to chubtheband@gmail.com, or use the hashtag CHUBviewer, our socials. All of that is in the description. But first, before we read Tim's comment, Greg, I believe you have something to say.
I do have something to say. Thank you, Zach. I wanted to make an official apology to Gmo Ski on the show. Just because, right, this isn't a total take back of everything we said last episode, but I did feel that I betrayed myself a little bit in how much we shout on him. Like, fair enough, obviously you guys hated it, but I need to recognize the part of me that does enjoy that type of music more in the past, still a bit now, and I just felt as if I was a little bit of a poser last episode, went along with the crowd a little bit, should have acknowledged it more, and I genuinely felt a bit as if I had been a little bit dishonest with my opinions, and that is not in the spirit of CHUBcast, and therefore I would like to say I'm sorry, Gmo Ski. I do genuinely enjoy some of your music. All the criticisms
Some of it.
totally valid. All that criticisms are still totally valid, but like, you do whatever you want to do. Like, Ben has inspired me today to stand up for absolute shit, even just on the pure basis that I enjoy it personally. And so
Yeah.
Me saying fuck buttons isn't music is completely subjective, dude. Obviously, plenty of people like it because they made some popularity. So
Exactly.
anything that we
literally,
say on this is just purely our opinions.
When it comes to like subjective stuff, like in the nicest way possible, like including you guys, I literally don't care what anyone else says about it, because as long as I like the things that I like, it doesn't matter. And they say it's the same for Gmo Ski as well. Like,
it's the same for everything.
It's the same for everything. Obviously, if it's like, different stuff, then it's different. But yeah, for like music, then that's definitely the good mindset to have.
Yeah, and that's why I felt like I needed to say this, because it is the guiltiest of guilty pleasures. But I'll still enjoy a fucking horrorcore rap trap. Why not? It's ridiculous, but I don't care. And I just wanted to get off my chest. So I'm gonna bump that, whatever I gave it. I gave it like a 3.5 or something. I'm gonna bump that right up to 4.5.
Nice.
I thought you were going to go
you were gonna say
other
like
end
8 or
of
something.
5. You just
From
What did I say? 3.5? I'm gonna bump
slightly
that up
less
to a
shit.
4.
Yeah, and a couple of bangers. I'll tell you what, the song Grouch, we were unfairly harsh on it. It's a catchy song.
It's so dumb. I still take the piss out of it every few days. Like, I'm mad. I woke up mad. I'm Mysterio mad.
I think we referenced it the other day, actually. Yeah, we were walking around and I was just like, I'm
Cyril
mad
with the
that
street
he's so
face.
mad.
But anyway,
Well,
I am down with the clown. Sorry, Gmo. You're alright.
Much
Not that you
motherfucking
care what I
wicked
think.
clown. Love.
Anyway,
Get the
what
fader.
is
Yeah, comment. Tim. TB.
Oh, yeah. I'll read this one out. Our boy TB. Unfortunately, I think he missed the cutoff. Like, I think he commented his thoughts on the Gmoski and Frontiero albums by like an hour after we recorded the next episode. So I missed it barely.
It was on the night where we recorded it.
So we'll read them now for you, Timbo. So, Gmoski, Charlie, and the Filth Factory. It felt like an old school hip hop West Coast store flow. There was a story throughout that sold the album, even if it was mostly done via intros and outros. The flow itself was sick, and plenty of good lyricism. The back half felt stronger. It's pretty funny in places, and generally quite fun an album. It doesn't really lend itself to anything bar a full listen through, and there's not always time for that, so it's situational. Not sure why this is on this week or all weeks, because it's pretty good. 7 out of 10.
Hey, I mean, good for Tim. Good for Tim.
I love how you can read that. You can read that with a straight face, Kyle.
Tim does like his horrorcore. I mean, Tim is the guy who made us listen to Ghost Main, so that says it all. Really.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm not even surprised that he enjoyed it.
No, not at all.
No,
I mean,
yeah, that makes
it also
sense.
like, in a way, maybe it helps who you're listening to with, maybe. Because if Tim was listening it with in the room with you and Ben, Kyle and Ben, then maybe he would have a different opinion, you know.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I do like horrorcore, like rappers and stuff. Like from what I've listened to, it's not a bad genre. It is a good genre, and Gmoski just feels like one of the weakest out of the genre. So
Yeah.
that's probably.
We shout on his lyrical content quite a lot for totally legit reasons, but like,
Yeah.
we probably did shit on his flow a little bit too much. Like, he's got a decent flow.
I think his flow is fine, to be honest. Yeah, it was purely for me. It was the lyrics, his actual content, because rapping is spoken word. It's basically just spoken word poetry over a beat, and that's the bulk of it. And if it's literally bitching and whining about how you're not famous, to me that just was really so pathetic. So, like, yeah, I think that's why I didn't like it myself, but
In terms of
also-
like delivery and stuff, it's probably pretty comparable to like other horrorcore examples, or
yeah, for sure.
like Tim said, other similar rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I said it like, I'm not a huge fan of rap. I don't really know much about it. And even I said in the episode that it just sounded like everything else.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
the flow must be good if I didn't notice it being bad, in a way. If you,
Yeah. To me, it was just a bit one note. Like, I don't feel like his flow was very diverse for me. But I mean, we've been through this at length. If you want to hear us shit on it more, go listen to the episode. Should I read the Frontiera review that he did? So he says, Frontiera, unloved. It's like a washing machine full of nuts and bolts. I mean, I'm not going to argue with that.
yeah.
I like eclectic, frenetic music that borders on noise, but generally I prefer it not all at once. It's just a bit of a confusing mess, which makes it hard to listen to. Now, the sheer brutality of it definitely means there would be a time for this sort of thing, but I think it's a one, possibly two song thing, and almost certainly not in the normal shuffle rotation. As an album, it's probably worse than a body of songs taken individually, especially as many are indistinguishable for the average listener on the main.
That's so true.
Although Neon Barnacle was a little bit more my sort of thing. As a result, as an album, it's quite poor. I think they have potential, but it needs cleaning up. 3 out of 10.
I think everybody agreed that Neon Barnacle was the highlight of the album.
That was a
Yeah.
good one. Yeah, I think everyone said that at that point.
Yeah.
No, I'm totally with what you said.
Again, though, I feel like if they did clean it up and if they made it a bit less noisy and made it a bit less confusing, it wouldn't be what they're going for. So it's just kind of... I think we said similar stuff, didn't we? Like, it could be really good, but it would be going against what they set out to do, sort of thing.
It's similar to how I felt about Fuck Buttons, but like to a lesser degree. It's just like, it's almost as if they knew how to make a good album and they chose not to. So it's like you get a bit philosophical. It's like if you've intended to fail and you succeed at failing, what have you done? Now, in my opinion, you've failed. But some people would say you've succeeded.
But some people would say you succeeded, yeah. So again, like I said, that goes into being subjective. Are we getting into music philosophy here? Is this
just making me think of Kung Pao, that character Wimp Lo? Like, we trained him badly on purpose as a joke.
Oh, yeah.
My face to your foot style. I'm bleeding, making me the victor.
I don't remember.
Dude, I've watched that movie so many times. So dumb. But yeah, that's all our boy TB had to say. Thank you once again, Tim, for getting.
You mean he didn't review Pokemon Go?
He didn't.
Oh,
What a bastard. Ruined.
Tim
You know it's the best song.
right to
forgive and
revoke.
forget.
And I think he does this week's albums an hour after we're done recording this episode.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, came out March 22nd, so he's had a hot minute.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah, at least he did. Yeah.
Can we
We got
move
some
on?
Nice.
We do, and I mean, obviously, you guys are free to do whatever you want. It's a free-for-all now, but I think Ben and I have agreed that to cleanse our palates from this torrent of shit that we've had for the past 2 episodes, we're going to pick some really good, nice music to redeem it. So,
I'm definitely picking something beautiful and something that's going to enrich your souls.
should I roll a d4 for us?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Roll that
as
dice.
always, Ben's a 1, Greg's a 2, I'm 3, and Zach's 4.
I'm number 1.
And it rolled a 3, so it's me. And
Whoa.
a 4, so it's Zach.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
I don't have anything, but... Oh, no. Panic. The panic.
I know what I'm
You go
picking,
first,
though.
Carl. Cool.
Yeah. I had a look through. I've got a little short list of albums to pick. So I thought I'd pick one, given the context, I'll pick one that I'm fairly certain everybody will like. It has become my favourite of this band's albums, despite the fact I don't really consider it to be the band in their usual setting. It's an album that both Ben and I have said is amazing and flawless recently. It is starring your boy, Ronald James Dio. And it is Heaven and Hell by Black Sabbath.
All
right.
Let's go.
In that case, I raise you, Black Sabbath. We're also doing Paranoid.
Okay, shit.
Oh, shit. Okay.
We're doing Ozzy and Dio.
We're going to do an accidental Ozzy versus Dio episode.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, okay.
Oh, okay.
Fuck. Alright, episode 24. We got Paranoid and Heaven and Hell.
Fuck.
Oh, man.
Have a single, Greg?
I do have a single lined up, but I feel like it's going to be totally out of place now with these albums, so I might just quickly...
That doesn't matter.
You know, fuck it, yeah, no, I'm just going to go with it. So I picked a single which makes me feel good every time I listen to it, which I needed after listening to these albums. And I just really enjoy it. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy. I just think it's a nice, lovely, enjoyable, pleasant single. It's by Royksopp.
How do you spell that?
Royksopp, I think.
Yeah, they were on Guitar
Okay.
Hero, I think.
Yeah, they're fairly well known. They're like German or Austrian or something like that. Sort of techno duo. And this song features a singer called Suzanne Sundfor. I hope I'm saying that right. Probably not. And it's called "Running to the Sea."
Running to the Sea.
And I would
Nice.
recommend watching the video because I find her dancing really funny, even though it's not that funny. It's just kind of awkward. But
Nice.
it's a great song. Watch the video if you can. And yeah, that's my single.
Let's go. Alright,
Nice.
Ben. Hit us with some awful, torrid shit.
No, give us the best. Give us the best you got.
Well, I'm going to go down the middle instead of choosing the best or the worst. I'm going to choose something that no one has probably heard or probably would hate, but it's incredibly relevant at the moment. and I'd like to hear what you guys think about it. It's we mentioned it a little bit earlier in the episode, I think, with the whole like Christian mums thing, and it is the new song by Lil Nas X, and it's called Montero Call Me by Your Name. So all the Christian mamas are gonna get pissed off with CHUBcast this time.
Do we have to watch the music video to understand the drama?
I would watch the music video to really get the whole picture.
So what you're saying is we're doing 2 Black Sabbath albums, and this is very
and some German synth pop.
This is very anti-Christian.
The singles are not involved at all compared to the album.
There's no theme to this episode.
Well, one of the main reasons why I went for Paranoid, and I'm super glad you went for Heaven and Hell, Kyle, because this lines up perfectly, is because my next Meet a Metal video is about Black Sabbath, and it's comparing Ronnie James Dio and Ozzy. So I can pluck snippets out of the next CHUBcast and plonk it in Meet a Metal, which will also be good advertisement for Chub and all that shit. So
buddy.
Nice.
Hell
yeah.
Good show.
Surely good. All right, I'm actually looking forward to listening to both of these albums.
So am I. I mean, I've listened to them very recently, and they're so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
we made it through, boys.
we did it. We're at the upper end, and
We're
Ozzy
past.
and Dio are here to lift us up.
Save the day.
We've made it through the dark ages of the CHUBcast.
I think I'm gonna really have to put my reviewer hat on and try and like do this subjectively or objectively as possible, because like both these albums are just so ingrained in my brain all the time that I have to be like.
I've actually never listened to either one all the way through.
All the way through, bro. You're in for a treat.
Literally, both albums only have 8 songs in it, but all 16 songs are amazing. In my opinion, but yeah.
There ain't
All
a
right,
bad
well,
one of the
there you
bunch.
are. There you are, you see. So next episode, we're doing Black Sabbath's Paranoid and Black Sabbath's Heaven and Hell. We're also doing Running to the Sea by Royksopp and Montero Call Me by Your Name by Lil Nas X. If you're listening at home, you should definitely review them. It doesn't matter if it's one sentence or one paragraph or an essay. We won't read the essay, but just review it for us, and we'll read out your comments at the end of next episode. Write in the comment section on YouTube, send your review to chubtheband@gmail.com, or use ChubView, the hashtag ChubView on our socials. All of that is in the description down below. Yeah. Listen to Chub Wasters on Apple Music and Spotify and Pandora and
All the others.
and all the others, and
Make a TikTok. We're on TikTok.
yeah.
Are we on TikTok?
We are on TikTok.
Make a TikTok
Goddamn.
dance of our songs.
Please do.
Yeah, we need to make a viral dance.
Yeah.
Wasters would just be people drinking.
But yeah, if this episode gave you a chub,
Love.
and subscribe. Oh God, he sounds like fuck button.